Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and we are inside the Twilight Bell, inside A Hat in Time, inside the house! Now, what could we possibly expect from a room like this? And it is a very large room. Who would live through this keyhole? This rather bell-shaped keyhole. Yes, as a matter of discourse, you do need the Dweller Mask in here, because it's just one of these sorts of places. But then you should have seen that coming from all of the Twilight nonsense we had to do in order to get here. In fact, I don't know if you can actually get here without the Dweller Mask. Also, we have reverse bells, so I don't know if I can I ding this? Can I not? Well, whatever. If you walk inside it, your Dweller Mask has no effect. So take note of that, because that is an important game mechanic coming up. Also, you can run up the side of that, even though it looks like the lip of the platform makes you think you shouldn't be able to climb up that, but in fact you can. So yes, just stay away from the anti-bells, and you should have a flavorful time. We will enjoy a flavorful experience in the bell. Ring-a-ding-ding my dingus. Now, have we, I believe we have, experienced these reverse walls as well, where normally, hello friend, you don't exist. Normally, there are green things that turn solid whence you use the Dweller Mask, and then there's purple things that are solid until you use the Dweller Mask. Now that bell I think is a permanent, like, switch it one way or the other, so be aware. This is solid because we're not wearing the mask. It's just that bell in the middle makes it stop existing. So those things overwrite anything. How can I describe this? The red bells make things not solid regardless of whether they're supposed to be solid or not, depending on how you use the mask. So those bells are forcing the solid thing to not be solid, and if we were to use the Dweller Mask, that would also unsolidify it. Now, since we're here, we need to find a way of dissension, because there is a thing here. Find a way, go right through it, because we have the means of doing that. We can seize the means of production of falling through a platform, and then do the same thing just to get back out. And solidity, it's a fun variable. It's a bubble you can vary, it's a variable. Shall I say it a third time and it'll become funny? Now, I was going to say, is this wall holding that block up? If we make it desolidify to pass under it, will it make us die? Now just jump through this, just don't even fuck with it. I said, those bells have absolute precedence, they will overwrite your mask, they will overwrite any other bells, so just have a care. Just try to be wise, like David Wise, that one guy who does musical stuff, I forget exactly what. Was he involved with Banjo-Kazooie? We have a key! Where do we take this key? Well, we should head back to the center of the place that exists. The center of the place that exists. Once again, keep saying it, it'll become funny eventually. Can I make that jump? I'm gonna try it. I don't think I can. But, okay. Sorry, game. Just fucking zoning me out there for trying to be too clever. Rude. Well, that being said, I'll ding this off just because that's an on-off thing. I'll just pop that key in there. But what's over this way, then? Because that was the required path, apparently. Okay, sure, fine. Love my canoodle cabin. Oh. That sounds like a place where you'd go. It's in the middle of the woods, and you do surreptitious things there. I forget what the word surreptitious means. I hope it means what I think it means, otherwise that whole statement might sound worse than it actually is. And is the spell on a timer? I feel like it might be. It is. We must supplement it with a mask. Allow me to show you to the stocks. Ah, we need to do this anyway. Honk. Virtual honkage. I say virtual, it's a drug trip. It's the Twilight Bell. It's the thing that was alluded to by the frogs of the previous episode. Now, what does that do for us, though? Is that an import? Is this just for the way back? Is this just for enjoy? Ooh, there are stairs there. We must remember that. But, okay. I don't know if I've ever actually discussed this on video before, but there's a video, and I watched it again recently, and it is just as creepy as it's always been. But, oh, also, physics puzzle. There's a gate. But if we force solidity underneath, then it opens the gate and we can pass through, like, demonstrating it is easier than explaining it. I'm going to do that again here, but this time, fall. Thank you, friend. It must fall further than that, though, because there is more space for it to vertical. It'll become obvious once I solve the puzzle. But anyway, so there's this video called Follow the Sun, and I found it many years ago. I forget how I found it, but I found it. And it's really creepy, on purpose, and I do love it for that. We solved the wall. Congratulations. But yeah, so it's one of those creepy videos where, like, it's stylized to look like a, like, sort of a 50s-esque, like, I don't know, like a drive-in movie theater, or maybe just a regular cinema. And, like, sort of advertising, hey, come to our snack bar, buy some food, there's still time before showtime. And yeah, and then it gets really creepy because I think that, like, one of the anthropomorphic foodstuffs accidentally murders one of the other foodstuffs, and then everything goes weird and it turns satanic, and it's just generally fun to watch. So that's a thing that I recommend. I do enjoy creepy shit like that. Also, there is key. Now, here's a thing where you have to be clever, because you need to ring this dingus. So we need to forcibly, like, negate the effects of our mask, so that we can, like, we need to have this be solid. Good. Like, we need half of it to be solid so that it holds the gate up, but we need to have some of it be walk-throughable, otherwise, because, like, we need to ding this back off again. Like, the amount that our fox mask thing can lift this up by isn't enough for us to pass through before it falls back down when we remove it. Again, it's more obvious to look at than it is for me to explain it, so there you go. I have done puzzle. I have puzzled. I have puzzled accordingly. Also, fun fact, at the start of this episode, because normally what I do when recording this series is, like, I record it using OBS. And usually, in order to synchronize my commentary with the footage, I will start the video with OBS, like, recording my commentary as well as the game audio, which I then turn off because I record my commentary using Audacity so that I can have them on separate audio layers when I'm editing so you can hear me goodly. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? I cannot see. I will descend. Oh, never mind. Again, I keep missing the hookshot targets. Right, so at the start of this episode in particular, because it's been such a while since I've had to do this, I started the recording, had the microphone on, and then once I was satisfied that I had enough material to work with to make sure that that I could synchronize stuff in post, instead of turning the microphone off, I just stopped the recording entirely. And I'm glad I caught that, because otherwise I would have done an entire episode and no one would have seen my spectacular feats of platformitude and my nonsense rambles of commentation. Except that would have been recording because Audacity was recording. And we're inside the zone of the, but where is the? It's beneath. I don't speak English, but I'm sure that made perfect sense to observe with your face. Yeah, we have a different screen wipe now. And that's how it lets you know that you've completed an area. Also, oh no, a puff of thistles, which is Scotland's national flower, and Scotland's national animal is the unicorn. Fun fact, and actually true. Also, if you spell moist with 2 O's, that's actually the Dutch word for the most beautiful, except it's not pronounced like that, it's like moist, or something. It sounds a bit like moist, it looks like moist, but it's not moist. Shall I say it a few more times, just to annoy people? Now, there's also this purple thing down here. That's also a way you can go, but don't go that way yet. Just trust me on that. Good, the slowdown has murdered me. Okay, we're back to where the purple thing is. I don't know why the game randomly slowed down there, but it was enough to make me die, so that's a sign that I should probably not keep recording in this intense warmth. Wait, that's the... I don't want to go there! I was looking for the red place! I want to go red. I'm ready to red. Oh, and of course, this takes me to the Twilight Bell path. No thank. Where's the red then? Because, as I said, there are 4 paths. Green is the Twilight Bell, blue is the windmill, yellow is the birdhouse, and we're looking for the red one. Which, isn't that the name of a guy? Red One? Isn't he like a songwriter or something? Well, anyway, we are heading to the lava cake. So yeah, we saw in the previous episode some sort of circular monolith mural thing depicting what looked like a cake made of lava. That is exactly what this is. The lava cake. Now, there is an achievement in this game for getting from the bottom to the top of the lava cake without taking any damage on, like, in a single run. I did that on my first try, so, you know. Anyway, we're at Sizzling Lava Split, and I'm starting to think that maybe these just carry over between save files, because I could swear there is stuff here. Now, this is also... There is also an achievement for... it's either 5 or 7...
This is great! Hot even hotter to the right.
If you go to the right, that's the way to the lava cake. I'm going to go left first because I don't remember what's this way. But yeah, there's an achievement for stringing together 5 or possibly 7 like homing attacks, and this is the place to do that because there's 3 spiders there. And you need to go like if you chain together these ones and then go around the corner without touching the ground, then that'll get you to the way. Now, does this take you to where I think it does? Because if so, I feel like if this is where I think it is, we can't do this yet. Can we do this yet? We cannot. I recognize it. Yes, there is a horn here, but we can't really... Okay, so that's red as it should be. Well, then I guess there's just nothing to do in sizzling lava split then. Now, it took me several attempts to get the achievement for stringing together a combo, so I'm going to try and do it now just for demonstration's sake, but don't expect much from me. Because you kind of need to, like, bounce to make sure you have enough airtime. That's 3. 4, 5... Okay, yeah, you can definitely get it here, so it is 5 then. Or possibly 7, I don't know. But I demonstrated there the proof of concept. That's how you do the thing. That's how you... In the not words of Alexander Rybak, that's how you ride a dong. Step 1, believe in it, and sing it all day long. That's how you wear a thong. Huh. Anyway, Ember Summit, there is treasure here. I don't know why the game suddenly takes it upon itself to tell you what's here, but I'm fine with it because it means that completion is that bit easier because you know what you're looking for. And this is a place where you should not double jump in order to get to the wall because you need more maneuverability in the air once you leave the wall. Hopefully that makes sense, because it's a warm day today, hence compound that by going to a place made of actual lava, he says, as if he can feel the warmth in-game as well as out of. Crows! Why are crows the bad guys here? Like, this isn't Billy Hatcher. Actually, why are crows the bad guys in that game as well? Strangenesses. Now, there is a breed of crow that we've already seen in this very game that has immense knockback if you get hit by them. I don't think they're here, but be aware in case they are. Now, I do believe that a time rift spawns here later. I think it's here. Like on one of these roofs? Roofles? There's stuff there. Is that how get thing? Because I'm not seeing a way of verticaling, but I shall try nonetheless. Nope, you cannot vertical from here. Okay. I just want to know where the treasure is, because I know there is some here somewhere. Well, in any case, I guess we shall just progress. See, look, we're right next to, like, some windmill pertinent place, I think. See, it bothers me that I've not gone up there. I feel like there's a way of getting there that's... Yeah, we're definitely going away from that treasure, so we may have to come back here later. That's fine. We're heading to the lava cake now. The lava cake is our top priority. Blessed be the lava cake. And it even looks like a... Yeah. Terrible thought. The lava cake. It'll end in tears, which I will probably use as the episode title. Because it's a tiered cake.
This is the lava cake.
And this is an introduction to a gimmick of the area, platforms that collapse of their own volition. Also hot springs, because why not? It's a tasty flavor of meaningful fleeth. Wait, is this the forwards way? I thought there was a secret here. Well, we're going to come back later anyway. Let's just focus on the mission at hand. Now, when I was bragging about doing this thing on my first try without taking any damage, that's a very good question, and the fact that you're asking me says to me that no one actually knows. Now, I got through here without taking any damage, and whilst going to every single side area to get the various collectibles in here, which sounds like a bullshit brag, but no, really. Like, it really isn't that difficult. You just need to be good at platforming. Now, I'm probably going to be forced to eat crow in saying that, so, you know. You just need to get a sense of how long these platforms stay up, because, like, once they disappear, it's basically good to jump on them almost as soon as they descend. You just need to have a sense of timing. It's just all instinct and such like. And since I'm here, I don't remember whether it was this episode or last episode, but I mentioned how, I think it was last episode, during my radio show, which was the reason why this series and Sly Cooper went on hiatus for a while, like the whole story there is I had a radio show, and one of my daily little features was talking about dreams that I'd had and getting the audience to interpret them. And one of, like, I was going to say, one of the things... Hang on a minute. Did it just say I can... Wrong one. We can stitch the most broken hat in the game.
Gotcha.
Hell yum, we have the time stop hat. Okay, we'll use that in due course, but that's a thing we have now. But yeah, So, a dream I had last night was, for some reason, I'd taken a train from where I currently live to Newcastle upon Tyne, which is where I lived for my first year of university before I moved to universities and came back down here, Hampshire, south of England. Anyway, I had a dream that somehow Europe Scalaway and I had got on a train.
This is clearly a safe place for a child.
Witty writing. Anyway, somehow she'd come to visit, and the two of us got on a train and went to Newcastle, which is like literally the northeasternmost corner of this entire country. So, you know, that was a thing we'd done for whatever reason. And we were there.
I spy something.
We'd gone to, like, as I recall, there were two branches of, according to my dream, there are two branches of CEX and two branches of game there. I know that at the very least there are two branches of CEX, which is it's basically almost our version of GameStop, but better. Oh, good. Did not see where the platform ended there. Let's just not count that for the achievement thing, because this isn't inside the lava cake. I know, we'd gone to one of the game shops, and I'd found something rare in there that I decided not to buy, because I did actually see in a CEX in real life, just like literally the day that I'd had that dream. I'd seen the Journey collection for PS3 that was like Journey, Flow, and Flower all in one disc for £10, which I think is really good value, but I ended up not getting it anyway because I'm probably never going to play it, even though I appreciate its qualities as a game. Anyway, so I found something rare in there, but decided not to buy it. And then, like, we were heading outside, and I asked Laura, Europe Scalaway, what she wanted to do next. And I mentioned that, hey, I do have this, like, discount card. I got a text from a local restaurant that gave me a discount if I'd eaten there, but it was only applied on a Friday, and I had basically a discount code for a discount on a Friday and one other day of the week, and I couldn't remember what day of the week it was, or like whether, like, I had a discount for Friday and another day, and I couldn't remember what that other day was, and I couldn't remember what day of the week it was in my dream. And this restaurant is a real place, called Zaza Bazaar. There's only two in the entire country. One's in Newcastle, the other's in Bristol, and it's just generally amazing. And anyway, we were going to head over there, but then for some reason we decided to order pizza instead from Domino's, and as I distinctly recall, there is not a local Domino's in the part of Newcastle that we were, which is the part I was familiar with. And this has got a really... We're on a kitchen knife, by the way. This isn't Danganronpa. I've got a really long tangent about this dream now, so it better be worth it in the end. Spoiler alert, it isn't really. Excuse you, I was hookshotting. Again, I refuse to acknowledge that damage because I was hookshotting. Anyway. So... Oh, this is going to end well. This is good. That was because I timed that poorly. Because I'm so distracted by this dream of mine now. This oneromo of mine. Well, anyway. We were walking through Newcastle city centre, and for some reason we were listening to music on my phone, and the song that was playing at the time was San Marino's Eurovision entry this year. So we're just running through Newcastle city centre, just belting out the chorus to Who We Are, which is just a fantastic time, which is totally something we'd probably do in real life anyway, to be fair. And that's kind of it. We were going to order pizza, and that's where the dream ended. Although at one point we did come out of a game shop and onto a main street, and I remember saying to her, oh hey, do you want me to show you that department store that I had that dream about that one time? Like, my dream was being so fucking meta, because I had a dream once about a department store where, like, there were these lift call buttons. I'm going meta now, talking about a dream whilst talking about another dream. But there were these lift call buttons, and you'd press it, and this, like, mannequin, this shop mannequin would just sort of glide up next to you and be like, hi, how could I help? And instead of being a lift, it would just take you to, like, it would direct you by hand to the part of the shop you're looking for. And I remembered in my dream that I'd had that dream. And, oh, hey, we're on the street where that shop is. Do you want me to show it to you? And she's like, nah. And so that was the story. Anyways, that was a dream that I'd had, and all I remember, apart from all of this, is on the train to Newcastle, we passed by a station that was called and Well. Like, it made sense in the etymology of my dream because, oh, well, well is a feature of a river, and it's near the river Like, there is a river Ure, like U-R-E in Yorkshire, but this was just U-R, so U-R ampersand W-E-L-L. And that's all I remember. You might have thought that this story had a purpose to it. It didn't. So I have been and will continue to be tessellating hexagons, and in the next episode we'll go to another part of Alpine Skyline, and honestly, we've done the most fun parts of it so far, so I shall cry some tears and see you in the next episode. Have a nice life in the meantime.